All right, these images coming live from Dublin right now of a joint briefing and a joint announcement by the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, the first Indian Prime Minister in Dublin in just under 60 years, and his counterpart in Ireland, Enda Kenny. Well, India today has also learned that India will share with the United States its list of most wanted men. That's the big next step on the agenda for Prime Minister Modi. These pictures from a short while ago are in Dublin, where a historic announcement has been made by the leaders of India and Ireland in a first visit by an Indian Prime Minister in over 60 years. All right, I want to quickly bring in India Today's Smita Sharma for more. Smita is joining me live from New York City this evening, India time at least. Smita, Ireland is all wrapped up. In just a short while from now, Prime Minister Modi will be heading to New York City. And that's where the real leg of this visit starts, Smita.
Absolutely, Shiv. But before he flies out of Dublin, remember, he's also addressing the 26,000 Indian community, the Indian diaspora that is present there. Not a very large country, Ireland, though. But, of course, Narendra Modi stressing on the similarities he shares and the common, of course, opportunities for these two countries to work with. In New York, he arrives this evening. There's not much really on his agenda today. It's tomorrow when we see a lot of these meetings with top executives, CEOs, business firms, all these meetings happening where Narendra Modi once again will be seen making those made in India pitches, those pitches for Skill India, for Digital India, where he wants Americans to collaborate, to come in with greater FDI into India. But also interestingly, Shiv, what we are learning is now, earlier Narendra Modi was supposed to fly to San Jose on the evening of 25th of September, but he is delayed that by a couple of hours because on 26th morning is when he goes into the meeting with the G4 nations, and only after that does he fly to San Jose to be back in New York again on 27th evening. But clearly, even as India, of course, planning to bring up names of all those terror organizations, remember, these are names that have already been in the US federal database for a long time. And the reason why at the international level, be it Dawood Ibrahim to Zakir Rehman Lakhvi, these men have all been proscribed. Shiv?
Absolutely. We're going to, give our viewers more information about precisely that story. Smita, stay with me for a moment. Well, India today has learned, as Smita just said, that India will share with the United States its list of most wanted men, providing never-before detail about the terrorists that India is looking to bring to justice. One of the big names in the list is that, of course, of Dawood Ibrahim, the underworld don India believes is the mastermind of the 1993 Bombay serial blast. India has maintained that Dawood lives in Pakistan, while as Islamabad has denied the claim. Other key names on the list India is going to share with the United States are Hafiz Saeed and, as Smita mentioned, Zakir Rehman Lakhvi, both masterminds of the 26/11 Mumbai terror attack. The head of the Lashkar-e-Taiba's operations in Jammu and Kashmir, Yusuf Muzammil, is also on this list. One of the Indian Mujahideen's founders, Riaz Bhatkal, who's also known to be hiding in Pakistan, is also on this list. So is Tiger Memon, the brother of Yaqub Memon, accused to be behind the 1993 Mumbai serial blast as well. Let's go quickly bring back Smita in on this. She's live with us from New York City. Smita, India has shared information from time to time about its most wanted terrorists, some of whom, receive protection from the Pakistani state. Can you explain to our viewers, what level of detail this list will contain, because it contains all the usual suspects, and what India is hoping to achieve by sharing this information this time around?
Well, Shiv, as far as Dawood Ibrahim is concerned, remember, he's almost been a pet project for the National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, who was formerly the IB chief as well and has actually been following the Dawood case very closely. And the way India raked up Dawood's issue, recently exchanging dossiers with the UAE as well, they're trying to use their influence, through the Gulf countries as well to try and pressurize Pakistan. The additional information about their whereabouts, about their current business operations, these are likely to be shared. But remember, Shiv, we are looking at a situation where of course the Americans do realize that the nature of the threat that they face as far as the world is concerned, be it from the ISIS or the Taliban, that is huge. But there is also going to be a Nawaz Sharif in town who's actually going to be dining with Barack Obama and Ban Ki-moon, because there's a security conference which Pakistan is heading with the US. So, there are those tactical interests that US too has, keeping in mind that it still has forces within Afghanistan, which is the reason why it might keep adding names to the list of proscribed terrorists. But at the end of the day, what will matter is the real-time, credible intelligence sharing between the two countries, and India perhaps trying to build up on its own internal security mechanisms.
Very important points raised there, and they're going to be all part of this visit and that list that we're reporting to you first and exclusive here on India Today. Smita and her team will be reporting non-stop on the crucial America leg of Narendra Modi's tour. We're calling it Namaste America here on India Today, and that's because we're going to get you minute-by-minute live coverage from New York to San Jose to San Francisco. Thanks very much, Smita, for getting us that live ground report from New York City.